A very important game for the overall tournament standings between Nakamura and Nepomniachtchi finished in a draw. Jan, you had white pieces. Are you satisfied with the result, or did you want to try for more?
Well, I would surely love to try for more, but I think I got a very pleasant position out in the opening. Okay, this line is, I mean, it exists, but I think you can also play Rook C1 after King H8, not to allow this play and take control over C7. But okay, Rook E1 I think is also fine, so some small pressure. So then we exchanged everything on D4 and D5. Well, I think the main idea for black here is to play bishop E6, and I mean, if black plays bishop E6, so unlikely E5 is a problem, and it shouldn't be worse. But after this, it's somehow a bit tricky. I like for black, so knight E4. I was quite optimistic going into this position, but well, queen D8, and here I got a bit confused because if bishop B3, then B6 is quite nice, and I think black is just in time, so not to get into some trouble. Yeah, so it's nice move. Okay, so there was D5 move as I've been told, but okay, D5 somehow. Unfortunately, I didn't see that, but yeah, now it makes a lot of sense whenever you see such a move. Yeah, okay, so some nice pressure. But also what I did is it was quite principal, bishop c2. I underestimated f5, so f5, I think f5 is a bit even principal, because if not f5, it's not so easy to make a move for black. So for example, bishop f5, knight c5, I think is sort of trouble already. And bishop b7 is hanging, knight goes to e6, I think position is a bit ugly. Maybe objectively holds, but it's hard to play. So f5 is interesting, knight c5. And here, I mean, after b6, okay, I just missed queen g5 idea completely. So I also only thought about queen d5. So of course, topical was to play queen f3 here, was something I was aiming for, rook b8, knight e6. So takes on e6, queen d4, and let's say rook a2 e1. Yeah, and this position, I wasn't sure, so I think queen b2, bishop b3 is insanely dangerous for black.
No, but rook f6 and knight f8.
Rook f6, g3. Knight f8, you'll get mated on rook g8 at some point?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
It's very...
So queen b2, bishop b3?
Yeah, queen b2, bishop b3, I think, okay,
rook f6?
if queen b... Yeah, just g3, I think. g3 or h4. It's very difficult to play this. I mean, maybe it was like some... I was under impression.
Now I can trade the rooks on e6 and just go queen d4, probably.
Okay, but then let's say I go h4, for example. Yeah, like.
Yeah, but this is two pawns, though.
Yeah, but mate
hard to judge.
Is more valuable, you know. Yeah, like,
yeah. That's yeah.
So I wasn't sure about this position. Also, queen d4. I think queen h5 was the move, and knight f8, rook e8. I guess
here.
Queen h5 here. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, knight f8, rook e8. You have g6. Yeah, so g6.
Well, I can also trade and go.
No. Trade then
okay,
queen f7. No, queen f6. Okay, but okay, I shouldn't trade. Maybe I go h4, h5, h6. Yeah. So this is, I think, like objectively, I cannot be worse here because I always have some fine attack.
Yeah,
so I wasn't sure about this position. And then I saw like, okay, I checked the alternatives. So a bit, knight e6 was equally but boring. So black takes and plays, okay, whatever, like queen d7, I guess. Yeah, like the easiest one. And okay, I can take on g6, but this is nothing. Yeah, like takes, queen d3, let's say, yeah. So you can play f4, but yeah, you just cover the king on a...
No, this one was dangerous. No, I was going to go knight f4, because I thought this one was very dangerous.
I wouldn't say so. Okay, you put your rook on f7, and then... Well,
yeah, I was going to go knight f4, rook e5, queen d7, and then I go back
knight f4, rook e5, queen d7. Well, maybe also makes some sense.
Yeah, because then I was going to go knight g6 next move.
Yeah, also, yeah, also sure. Also looks already okay. So I thought like, okay, at least knight d3... Okay, queen d4 probably works, but knight e5 is dangerous for black, of course. Like, the endgame is very unpleasant. But unfortunately, okay, this queen g5 move, it's, I think it changes the evaluation to black is fine, probably, yeah, because I hardly in time to play f3 or g3, it's a bit too dangerous. Like, a lot of things are start happening. So, well, I have this d5 move, but objectively d5, I mean, because of many moves, but also this idea of c5 is positionally very healthy. So I couldn't really see anything after c5, so knight f...
Right away, or like...
No, rook a8, bishop b3.
No, but I mean, I spent a lot of time, because I was looking for something more, but it's
okay,
too dangerous.
Principle was knight h4 here, another option, because knight f4, queen e3, I think black is in trouble immediately.
Here, black also could clear everything and just
No, you can't. No, bishop b5 you take. Knight f4, queen f3, right?
No, there's always knight f7, rook e8.
Yeah, you're getting mated.
Okay, so if you just...
yeah, takes knight f4, queen f3, and resigns.
Yeah, queen f3, and then in the end, knight f7. Okay, yeah, just losing the piece, I guess, yeah.
Yeah, you sack the queen on d5 and go knight f7 with the mate.
Yeah.
So how does it go? Can you
knight
just...
f4, queen f3, yeah.
But if I just stay here?
What, rook e5? What, you're just on a piece.
Here?
Ah, you want to go
No,
for
this-
this one?
And
No,
they
but this
just
endgame is bad,
clears-
though.
it's
I still think queen c1 in this.
Yeah, this existed, but this looks
So
like
queen
slightly worse.
c1.
I thought this was, I mean, it's
Just
still a
stay
draw, I'm
here.
sure, but I thought rook
This
c6
is
and
probably an
maybe...
easy
Oh.
draw, no?
I mean, for a computer,
Yeah,
sure,
yeah,
but
but-
for a human, why do I want
It's
to go for
playable.
this?
I mean, it's playable, so not much, but of course it can.
But I mean, if I miss one
can
move,
play
I also
well.
just lose. So why do I want
Yeah,
to go for this
yeah, yeah,
complication?
yeah,
Just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, so the big problem, okay,
Especially
so
when c5 is just
Yeah.
a good move for black.
c5 I think is good. So principle was to play, okay, let's say knight f3 is one move, but a4 was another move, I think, here.
No, no,
Or f4, yeah, because I
Not,
was
not
like,
so good, yeah.
yeah,
a4 instead,
f4 is
so...
not so good.
A4, but A4 now F4 again, I think. Or knight H4. Both
Well,
I think
f4,
are
I thought like knight f3, I'm always...
Knight F3 and queen H5?
Yeah, and queen e2, this was a...
Ah, right. This is what we
This I wouldn't
discussed.
satisfied
Yeah, yeah,
with.
exactly.
Let's say, like, at least
right.
at least my king is safe now, so maybe
Yeah,
still
this
equal,
is
but
true.
that's
Yeah.
quite unpleasant.
Yeah, with the pawn on F4, yeah. You lose the
Yeah, but the
square.
problem, the first problem is that knight
Knight
h4 is the
H4,
move here, g3, f4, and it's very unclear. But I couldn't evaluate this. I mean, even with pawn on c7, I didn't think it's too nice. But here, okay, maybe I can like play whatever, like rook c1 or rook c3. But I doubt that I'm really playing for something because okay, you take
There's also the
fg,
sack. There's also
you take
the sack on
fg,
F2.
and I'm forced to take the f pawn because ag probably rook f2 is quite unpleasant. Yeah, so I'm
Yeah, so here it's just
so
this.
like rook f2, king f2, rook f8, knight f3, I guess, knight f3, queen f3, and then in the end you play bishop d5 check, yeah, and probably black is winning.
Yeah, it's too much.
So this cannot be done, so I have to take with f pawn, and that's, I mean, okay, even like knight g6 back. I don't think white is realistically fighting for something with such a weak king. Could only be worse here, I guess. So another option was to play knight f3, queen h5, and here queen d2. I spent quite some time on this move.
So here wait, just because
Yeah, like it was in the game, knight f3, as in the game.
it's in the
no,
game.
no.
Right
Yeah.
away.
No,
Okay,
queen
okay,
D2
because I
isn't-
thought you were
No,
still
queen
in the
h5
line.
and then
Yeah.
queen d2.
No, but then B5.
Yeah, but with the idea to play knight g5.
Yeah, but B5, knight G5, C4.
Yeah, c4, bishop d1,
Queen H6.
bishop f3.
Yeah, and what did I
But
see?
here I wasn't sure about the position. Like, first of all,
Also
you can
knight-
start with queen h6, is interesting. But also here you play bishop d1,
Bishop D1, yeah.
bishop
Queen
d1,
H6,
yeah, queen
bishop
h6.
F3.
Probably a bishop f3, knight h4.
Knight H4, yeah.
Yeah, now rook e6,
Okay.
then knight f3 check, gf3, and queen h5. So it looks like, at first I thought, wow, that's interesting, but then, okay, I basically don't think I have a good next move. So that's a bit of a problem. And last option, which I considered, was a4 after queen h5. And after knight f4 to play just to play rook e5. But this looked a bit unsafe. Okay, like, I'm not sure like whose king is worse, but surely in the upcoming time trouble, black would have a lot of tricks.
Yeah, maybe just bring the rook, no?
Yeah, I was wondering about
Well, I
rook
mean,
F6.
rook, I think it's so annoying because okay, the weakness of the back rank is always strikes, but yeah, who knows? So I mean,
But I mean, even
could've-
B5 here, it's, I mean, with
if
the
I
time
take
pressure,
bishop,
yeah.
take rook e7,
Yeah,
always.
bishop A, but I mean, even bishop A8, it's still very unclear.
No, rook e7.
Rook A7,
no,
rook
I
A7,
think
rook
whenever okay, I bring my rook,
Bishop A8 even. It's
something
still
should
very,
happen.
very hard to judge, I think.
Yeah, I was big mess,
No,
but
someone's going to lose here. I mean, someone's
Yeah.
going to lose for sure. I don't
Yeah,
know who,
probably.
but someone.
well, I just wasn't sure what's going on. So yeah, probably I had my chance early, but yeah, unfortunately, this sequence of moves like f5 and then queen g5. Well, probably the good shot was to play queen f3, knight e6, just give away a couple of pawns and I think play with some nice initiative. I'm quite sure it should be equal, but well, probably if I would spot queen g5 from a distance, I would go for knight e6, queen f3, knight e6, but
So this one, yeah.
nope.
No, but
Yeah,
queen
no, but I
G5,
mean,
yeah,
yeah.
so
Queen
if
F3
you
and knight
use
E6 has to
Queen
be
f3,
the
rook
try.
b8, knight e6 was. I mean, it looked very tempting, but I wasn't sure. Like, it's,
No, once I get Queen G5, I think it's all. I mean, you have to be careful with white also not to end up
Yeah.
in trouble.
yeah, because I have no time for f3 or g3, unfortunately. So then somehow it's move per move, and it's
Yeah,
always-
now it's just okay.
Yeah, and this is what to do.
Just repetition. So, well, tomorrow will be a very important game for both of you. So, you are playing against the rivals for the first place. So, how will you approach the game tomorrow? That's a question for both of you.
Every other game, yeah, I'll try to play some decent chess. If I manage, then it's already not bad, yeah. And then let's see that. I mean, also depends how would Fabiano do today. So he has quite some chances, I guess. Which maybe it's fortress, maybe not. And also like two other games are going, and first my first intention is to see like what will happen in those two games, and then okay to determine my strategy. But okay, I'm having black tomorrow, so I'm a bit short of options, but also I think Fabiano would only need a win, so it would be an interesting game anyway.
And what about you, Hikaru?
Yeah,
Any special strategy?
well, but I think before today I would be happy with a draw. So that's I figure with White in the last round, even if Gukash wins, what more can you ask for? So yeah, it's what I was hoping for, I guess. But also I was very unsure what's going on in the other games too. Because I think Gukash could also lose potentially. So every game is like all the games are kind of unclear here. Maybe now he's solidified, but still, I expect something to happen on the king side at some point, and it's something weird. But actually, now I'm kind of liking Gukash's position. If e3 is not a move here, actually. Yeah. Because if White gets knight e3, rook d1, White's just better.
I guess just some rook d6, just exchange of the rooks should be quite unpleasant, I guess.
Yeah, but this
whoever
game,
controls the d5, I think, has a better position here. So
yeah.
I'd say after rook d8 or rook d6, it might be very tricky for White because king is always weak and you have no time to go after e3 pawn. So who knows?
Okay, and in this position, what do you think? Will White manage to hold this?
Well, so far it looks like a fortress, but
Looks surprisingly good for White, actually, now that I'm looking at it.
Also king is somehow going away. At some point White can even try like f3, technically.
Yeah, if you want to start trying to win, you go after it. But still, because Black only has the bishop h6 idea is pretty much the only idea in the position. Like if you put the queen on e2 and the bishop on c3, as long as you don't allow bishop c7, bishop a5, I see no other idea.
Bishop h6 and then ante5 you take on f5, but well, it will be a long game for sure.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
When you play your own games tomorrow, will you also look at what the others are doing and maybe adjust your strategy throughout the game depending on the other results?
Well, today already I was thinking about a little bit whether to repeat or not, but I didn't really have I thought it was too risky to try for more, and actually at the time when I looked, I thought Gukash was a little bit worse against Alireza, so I didn't see any reason not to make the draw. But yeah, tomorrow of course is the only one where actually you do pay attention, because if someone's winning a game, then you have to go crazy, and even if if I was in this situation tomorrow and I have to do more, then of course I plan I win or I lose or whatever, something in between. But yeah, tomorrow's the one day when I think everybody's going to be looking at the other games.
Well, and finally, if we come down to the tie breaks, do you think your chances are superior in the tie breaks? Actually, again, for both of you.
I think you're asking for too much. First is tomorrow's round, and then we discuss if tie breaks are needed, then okay, and then we play tie breaks. If not, then not.
But you may also change your strategy according to this. For example, if you think that you are...
That's a bit too sophisticated for me.
Okay.
My strategy is to play a game and then just.
No, this is what they said at the start, that the tickets for the tiebreaker go on sale tonight or tomorrow, whatever they said. That's the point. So I'm not even thinking about either. You get to tiebreaker, then you worry about it, but you have to play the game first, and a lot of things can happen.
All right, thanks. Do you have questions from the audience? Ulrich has a question. Please pass the microphone. Thank you.
In Madrid, it was important, as it became clear afterwards, that also the second place is of importance. How do you see that this time? Will there be a fight in the end of the year, or maybe not?
Sorry, you're saying whether there's a fight for second place, or what?
Yeah, if maybe there's no championship in November, the second place might be important.
You mean the winner of this tournament, or you mean second place in the candidates?
Yeah, I think the
second
question
place
is
of the candidates,
if for some reason the champion doesn't agree to
Okay,
play
come on,
the match, then the second place might be important, like in the previous one.
This is too stupid. Ding will play. You can't work on any other assumption. You assume he's going to play. If he doesn't, he doesn't. But I don't think anyone's thinking about second place.
Yeah, no thoughts about...
Well, not much to it, yeah.
Any more questions? No more questions. Thank you very much.